My family and I have been friends with Steve Uliss from Firefly's Barbecue for over 30 years. Unfortunately, Steve suddenly passed away a few weeks ago. The outpouring of support from his friends and fans has been overwhelming. Steve was a great family man to his wife Amy and daughters Carly and Rachel, and he was an amazing friend. We hope everybody continues to support Fireflies. I promise you won't be disappointed. This was his last interview. We love you, Stevie. Welcome back to the Phantom Gourmet. When you talk about barbecue in New England, the first name that comes to mind for me is Fireflies. Pitmaster Steve Uliss is one of the top rib and brisket experts in the country, and his Southern-style restaurant in Marlborough, Mass. is positively smoking hot. Ribs, brisket, pulled pork. Slow-smoked barbecue and creative Southern fare is what Fireflies in Marlborough is all about. Meet the pitmaster and owner, Steve Uliss. He's been smoking meats and honing his craft for decades.
So I was mentored under the king of barbecue in Memphis, Tennessee, John Willingham. Took me under his wing 38 years ago. He taught me everything that I know about barbecue. We have 5 smokers that we use here at Fireflies, and we use, hickory, cherry, and apple woods, and oak also. And we have specific smokers that do different things, meaning that they smoke different meats.
At over 12,000 square feet with all kinds of options for dining in, taking out, and entertainment, Fireflies is not just your typical barbecue restaurant.
Not only do we have amazing Southern barbecue and amazing Southern fare, but we now offer, and have for a while, one of the biggest whiskey and bourbon selections in the state. Of course, we have amazing craft beers, 20 of them on draft, indoor and outdoor dining, cornhole, outside, live entertainment on Friday and Saturday night. So we're really an entertainment complex that has grown over the years. You've tried everyone else, now you need to try the best, because that's what we really are. We serve fresh barbecue every single day, no matter what.
So let's get all the smoking hot details on the Fireflies menu with the top pitmaster in New England, my friend Steve Uliss. Now, Steve, we have known each other a very long time, and I can still remember the first time I tasted your ribs, and it was sort of like an epiphany. It was like a life-changing moment, and it still is to this day. So tell me about your approach to ribs. And the truth is, you actually serve a couple different styles at Fireflies.
We do. We serve on the menu all the time is, of course, our signature St. Louis ribs,
Yes.
and our baby back ribs. Those are on there. But we do run a beef rib from now and then, and we do cure some pastrami ribs. But the process is pretty simple, but very detailed, right? We take our ribs and we premium pick the ones that we will buy. We contract buy those. We use a dry rub, all of our blend of spices. They're dry rub, then they're smoked over hickory, cherry, and apple woods.
Yes.
And then come out of that smoker and they are good to go.
And when you look at that, or you smell it, or you taste it, how do you know you've made like the perfect rib?
Well, as you know, Danny, the key to a great rib is it's not to fall off the bone, it's to pull from the bone.
Right.
So you're looking for a little bone extension, you're looking for that wiggle. It's more of a touch and a sight kind of a thing.
Yes.
And then you know you kind of hit it out of the park, right?
You do, and I love it. And I see that smoke ring, and you can see just a little glaze of the sauce. I mean, they're just so good. And the truth is, the same can kind of be said for your wings. Now, I know there's like a million buffalo wing joints out there. That is not your approach. You take a real barbecue approach to wings. And again, you also do those in a few different styles.
That's right. So our signature wings, we have 2 of them. And the original one, of course, is the jumbo smoke wings. I mean, they're huge, right? Pterodactyl in style,
Yes.
right? They're a jumbo roaster wing.
Yep.
They've been dry rubbed, they've been smoked, and then they're grilled. And then they're basted in a nice honey cayenne, which gives you that flavor profile of a buffalo, but we kicked it up a little bit.
Yep.
And then, of course, we serve it with some blue cheese and some celery and carrots.
They are so addictive. This is always the Anderlin family gets it every time, right?
That's right. Now, the Crazy Roo wings,
Yes.
that was, through competing in barbecue, we needed to kind of come up with something that people like, that crispy wing, right? So those are dry rubbed, and then they're smoked, and then they're flash fried, and then they're tossed in a sriracha, lime, and cayenne, and molasses. Mwah, amazing.
Yeah, you ain't getting that at Buffalo Wild Wings. Let me just say that right off the top.
Not even in the same category.
No, all right. So here's the surprising thing about Fireflies. This has become like a new passion for you. You can go to one of the best barbecue restaurants in New England, and you can also get one of the best South Shore style bar pizzas in New England. How did that end up on your menu?
So, back in '08 when the economy was kind of crashing and everyone was like, whoa, I don't know if I want to spend this much money on a slab of ribs, right?
Yeah.
I happen to know some people from the Phantom Gourmet that introduced me to the Jamulis brothers and Ron Emmer, and I was like, you know what? And I met, the king of bar pies, right? And I went over there, and then Dave and we went on a junket, and we tried out a bunch of them, and I said, I can do that. And I wanted to put, some bar pies on the menu, and it has taken off. We only offer 4 a week, but they are phenomenal, and we sell a lot of them.
They are delicious. I mean, anything from just a straight up cheese to the more creative ones, or just that pepperoni, that cup and char pepperoni gets singed around the edges. I do love it. But I do want to go back to the barbecue side of things, because that is 90% of what I want to eat when I go to Fireflies, especially those burnt ends. Now, some people up here in the Northeast, they don't even know what burnt ends are. All I can say is, trust me on this and order them. Why should they?
Well, because the burnt end is just it is one of those things that when you hit it and you taste it, you know that you want it, right? So a brisket is a 12 to 15 pound piece of meat. And then the point of the brisket, which has a lot of the fat, that's cooked for an additional time, right? So that brisket comes off, the point is then cut off, and then we dice it into cubes, and then we put it back in the smoker with some dry rub and some sauce, and then we cook it even longer. So they're unctuous, they're delicious, they really, really give you the true essence of barbecue, and especially like a Texas spoke barbecue, where we put those in our J&R smoker.
Yes, I get it. You hear the phrase people use, meat candy. This is sort of like the definition of meat candy. You got the sweetness, the smokiness. Certainly, it's nice and juicy, just so good. Last thing I got to ask you about, and this goes to kind of the southern heart of Fireflies, because you do all those great southern specialties. Fried chicken. I mean, simple dish you think, probably a hard dish to master. Over many years, I think you have mastered it. So give me the rundown of the fried chicken.
I'll put my fried chicken up against anybody.
You should.
I mean, it is truly authentic. It is brined. We use an apple cider brine. We brine that for 24 hours to dry it off, and then we use this great seasoning and flour when we fry it, and it is amazing. We serve it for a side. We serve it in a combo. We serve it at chicken and waffles or as an entree. It's really spectacular.
No matter what you do, get one of those for the table, and just try everything. You'll love it at Fireflies Barbecue. They're at 350 East Main Street in Marlboro, Mass. You can order takeout and make a reservation at firefliesbbq.com.